What's up? It's Andy coming to you on a Black Friday where you definitely don't want to be one of those World War Z zombies that you probably see over my left shoulder on that screen right there, because that's what it is. Pure mayhem, and you're better than that. You're never going to lower yourself to those standards to wait on a line overnight to get your single HDMI input TV that you think you're saving on. But really, it's like the meat at a Brazilian steakhouse that they bring out first. That's just the meat that they need to clear out of the back because it's about to go bad. Same type of thing on Black Friday. You're way better off spending time watching the New York Jets. That's what's available to you on this Friday, but I don't need to reiterate the fact any more than I already have. When you got some vested interest in the results of that game and you got some player props, every single game, regardless of it's the Jets, regardless of it's the CFL, becomes the season finale of Game of Thrones, the one that everybody waited years for. That's what we got. It's the New York Jets hosting the Miami Dolphins. And if you watched Francis and Friends yesterday, I was talking to Ben. This Jets plus 10, it checks a lot of the boxes for me. Number one, every single asshole idiot in your hometown is on the Dolphins. Dolphins are 10-point road favorites in division, which is usually just a big no-no to begin with. And then when you think about how the Dolphins have played these last couple of weeks, including last week coming off the bye, where I thought, they'll probably run up the score on them. They want to reimpose their dominance in the AFC and show that they can stand toe-to-toe with the elite teams. Weren't really doing all that much against the Raiders. Weren't able to really blow them out of the water. And it's not like Tua had a huge game. Now going on the road, we'll see what the weather conditions provide, if they benefit the Jets or if it stays nice and dry and mild and, Miami can do what they like to do on offense. But honestly, when you think about what the Jets have on the defensive side, look how they were able to shut down Diggs and Gabe Davis last week. And then they were eventually undone by guys like Kincaid and Shakir, the inside receivers and the tight ends. Do we even have that from the Dolphins? We got, obviously, their big two wide receivers, but the Jets have their good cornerbacks. Tyreek Hill's always going to get his certain amount. But other than that, what are the options that they're going to have? Pretty sure A-Chain's going to be limited, if not inactive, and then Mostert's pretty good out of the backfield, but this game sets up well for the Jets to stay relatively competitive in. And then there's one of my theories, the house money theory. When you bring in a quarterback off the bench, it doesn't matter how bad he is. Anything he does is a bonus, so he can play more freely. And even if he's a bad quarterback, I remember when Brian Hoyer, back in the day, came in for the Browns. This guy looked like Peyton Manning, and then he was given the starting job the next year, week one. Absolute garbage. But not when you got that house money. Doesn't matter if he fails or succeeds. And if you've ever played anything where it doesn't matter, like if you played poker or something, on a free roll, you treat those free rolls way easier. The same way you can go over to Caesars and they're giving you $1,000 risk-free bets. So that mindset that the Jets quarterback is going to come into this game with is the same mindset you can come into this bet with, because it's going to be risk-free up to $1,000 if you're a new user over on Caesars. You just got to be over 21 and located in a state or province where sports betting is permitted. But obviously, as I always like to let you know, if you or anybody you know has a gambling problem, make sure you call or text 1-800-GAMBLER. I am going to go plus 10 with the New York Jets. I don't want to say this is made up, but I always say this. You take every double-digit underdog since the NFL started, and you're a winner in the long run. I think that's correct. Somebody can look that up for me. Maybe it's home double-digit underdog, but even if it's home or at all, we're getting a double-digit underdog at home, playing free because they finally benched that quarterback. Now let's see if the team responds. And it's not like mail it in time yet. They have the same record as the Chargers. In their mind, they can justify, let's get a win, and then we're back in the Ray. We're not far out of the... So it's not like there's some flailing team that's quitting on the year, because that would be a whole separate story. But you give me the Jets. Give me the Jets at plus 10. Then how about we go over to Area 51? Because they got something they like in this game, and it was also something that I like in this game. Like, when I circle something and then I see it's one of the top plays on Odd Shopper Premium, I'm including that one. And this is the over on Breece Hall receiving yards. The reason I like this is because without Michael Carter there, and I know they promised to get the rookie more involved, Everyone promises to get rookies more involved. How's Tank Bigsby doing over there? I'll believe that when I see it. If they're far out of the race, maybe. But I think Michael Carter not being there opens up just a couple extra screens or passes for not just Breece Hall, but potentially Dalvin Cook as well. And we'll get to that in just a second, because I got a wild sniff for you. But before we go into that wild territory, we're liking that over on Breece Hall's receiving yards. That's co-signed by OddsShop Premium and triple signed by myself. Now we're going to go into major sniff territory. Like I said, Michael Carter's gone. They claim they're going to get the rookie more involved. I just don't believe it. How about that? I'm going to start with I don't believe Saleh when he says that. Saleh, after not this past game, but the one before, said that was the freshest I've seen Dalvin look. That was the most burst I've seen him have all year. We got to get him more involved. Well, the next game was just a complete massacre. Because I foresee this game staying close and the Jets being within a score or something like that, I believe they're going to be able to commit to the run. I understand that they've started to work Breece Hall a lot, and that was because they got those couple of wins on the back of his long runs, but they haven't got those in a couple of weeks. This is a prediction, but my sniff is because it's going to be close. 1 week after he said it, we're going to see some increased Dalvin Cook touches. Now, do I think that he's a great player? Do I think he's going to go off? Absolutely not. But do you want to know what I like? A over plus 500 bet that he gets 6+ carries. Alternate rushing attempts for Dalvin Cook in the plus 500 territory. You take that, and that's your pirate parlay of the day coming from Andy. That is what I have for you on this. What do you think I was going to leave the Jets game out? Absolutely not, because I know it doesn't matter what date. It could be Christmas, it could be New Year's, and like I said about me with horror movies, it's like that World Poker Tour channel. Doesn't matter if it's Christmas, Black Friday, you're getting poker on that, you're getting horror movies in my house, regardless of the holiday, and we're getting NFL games and some sniffs in your house. Good luck to all of you. Better luck to me, obviously. Make sure you're subscribed here to the OddsShopper channel so you can catch up on all the videos. Watch that episode of Francis Friends where me and Ben actually talked about this game. And then I will see you guys before Sunday for my Week 12 NFL Sunday sniffs. See you then.